24 starts, 27 goals in league. He's in behind here again, and he gets another one.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with Saint-Etienne. Today we play in the round of 16 of the Conference League against AEK Larnakas. We go to Cyprus for a game against them, and it's going to be hopefully a real good one. I think we've got a good draw there, and hopefully we can make the most of that. Since last time out, we've played quite a few games, and it's been a crazy run of form. We played this Graza game here. Since then, we have won every single game that we have played. That includes 3 cup games. We are now into the quarter-final against FCSM, and then a win. We would come up either against the 2 teams that we play here, Nice or PSG. So, a big game coming up if we can get past FCSM in that quarter-final. But as well, in the league, we've won 8 straight games in a row. We're trying to keep on the toes of PSG. We still cannot overtake them, but we aren't doing too bad in terms of other teams. Lille there, as you can see. We're probably going to take a look at the results that we've had, and there's just some crazy stats in there. So 5-0 win here, 2-1 win against Monaco. We said we felt like we could win it, and we did. Played against Reims, a 3-1 win, and then a 3-1 win as well in the cup, and then another away game, a 1-0 win away against Angers, avenging one of our only losses of the season. We've not lost a game, by the way, since October. It is now March. Then as well, we had a 4-0 win here, a 3-1 win in the cup. Rotated teams, by the way, which is always ideal. Metz a 2-0 win, and then against Lille we absolutely battered them 7-2. Against Lyon we beat them 3-2, and against Nantes we won 3-0. So the form is just getting better and better. Even after winning all these games, you feel like we're bound to lose one eventually, but we're just not. We have the first game coming up away from home in the gap against Valenciennes, which should be an interesting game. Another 3 points, hopefully. Staying on the toes of PSG, and then we come back home to play against Larnakas in that second leg. But yeah, we're on the toes of PSG. They're not losing. They are literally doing the same form as we are. If we're going to take a look at our last 5 games, we've both won our last 5, which is just absolutely ridiculous. And then as well, Monaco are not doing too bad. They are only 3 points behind. The gap between Lille and Saint-Etienne, though, is now 12 points. So that is always ideal. And it looks like a 3rd place finish could be on the cards. Apart from that, the only other thing to really look at, if we go back to the league on overview, the stats, take a look at this guy's numbers. You probably have already seen it. Absolutely ridiculous. Julio Napa is on 27 goals in 24 games. Absolutely ridiculous numbers this guy's putting up. The record for league on goals is 44, which, to be honest, is kind of crazy. It was done in 36 games. We don't have 36 games, we have 34. So Napa would have to score 17 goals in the next 10 games. But honestly, what is stopping him? Take a look at this guy's form. He's gone on massive streaks of just scoring every single game. And if it'll let us take a look, in his last 3, he scored 6 goals. In his last 5, he scored 9, including 2 hat-tricks. He's just been absolutely ridiculous, and hopefully that carries on today. But the most important thing of today is this Conference League game, getting through to that quarter-final. Let's go and get straight into it. The first game of the day, we go to Cyprus to play AEK Larnakas. So the team for this game against Larnakas starts with Chugara in goal, Backland, Agbenifo, Juanma, Zajak, Barber. We've got Jaworski, Blazquez, Silva in the middle, Garcia on the left, Luis on the right, Napa up top. And by the way, we said about his goals in the league, he's got 45 in total. Absolutely ridiculous. Kick off here in this game against Larnakas. Quite the nice stadium we come to here for this game. As I was saying about Napa, he's on 45 goals, but these 2 wingers, Garcia and Luis, 26 goals and assists for themselves. So 52 goals and assists between them. Absolutely ridiculous numbers. Garcia has pulled it back a little bit. He had a struggle in the first season, but I feel like with Saint-Etienne, all the players get good in the second season. It's quite crazy. Here is Silva. Barber, can we get the first goal of this tie? We do, and it's Rock Barber who gets that goal to make it 1-0. We are going to carry on for another win by the looks of it, if we play like this, how we have been playing, the win streak is like, 10 now, I think, across all competitions, which is absolutely ridiculous. We've won every game since last time out, and we haven't lost since the end of October. It's now the start of March, so what's that, like 4 months? It's just crazy. Napa heads that ball over. He's gonna, we were saying last episode or the episode before that he is gonna get to 50 goals. 50 goals could be achieved this episode. We do have a game in the gap, as we said, and he would have 9 games left in the league, and then if we get to the final, that would be an extra 5 games, so 14 games, and then if we win the cup, that's 17 games. He could get to 50 goals by the end of the episode and have an extra 17 games. On top of that, this guy could get to 70 goals. Genuinely, he's absolutely ridiculous. Probably, he might just be the best striker we've ever worked with, to be honest, if he continues with these numbers. I don't know why we signed ridiculous strikers in the last season that will be with the club, or if we win the Conference League, that is. But we're going with the aim that it is the last season, because we'll try and win the Conference League. We signed Nacho Ferry in our last season, and we actually took another season just so a lot of it was so we could see how we do, and now he's gone on and become a very, very good player. We've had so many good players. Kenny Coker, what a striker he was. Just really good players. Shevchenko, I guess he was a kind of a striker, kind of not. But yeah, on his day he could bang a few goals as well. I'm pretty sure he had a 40-goal season as well. Kuzmanik had a 40-goal season. He was absolutely mega striker. Just a lot of different strikers that we dealt with, but I think that shows that the key to any successful team is having a good striker, and I think that's very, very true. We've had a good striker in Diakite. Now we've gone one better. When we thought that was not possible, we probably could have put up these numbers if we'd have had Diakite, but Napa is just consistently incredible with the numbers he does put up. He goes for an interesting ball there. Just admire that. That's the thing with beauty. 45 goals in 35 games. That's not easy as well, by the way. He's come to a new league. He's only 23, 24 starts, 27 goals in the league. He's in behind here again, and he gets another one to make it 2-1 here. Whether or not he stays on side, we'll have to see. Make that 46 goals for the season. It does stand, and that is Julio Napa who scores again. It's another lovely finish. He's well onside. What's the offside call for? He makes it 2-1 here, and he continues that streak of goals. What's the streak now? Did he miss a game of goals? Yeah, he did there. But before that, there's literally been how many games in the last few? He scored in, let's have a look, so 6, 9, 12, if we go to that one, 15 games. In the last 15 games, he's only not scored in 2 of them. That is just crazy, and the form for us just keeps getting better and better, and hopefully that will continue, especially through to the league. We've taken advantage of the more favourable games that we had. Obviously we drew against Dijon in the last one, and there's not much room for making errors. We do have that PSG game coming up soon, which will be interesting, but yeah, they've not dropped points either, and it's very frustrating. At least we've opened the gap up, and that relieves a bit of pressure to some of the other teams, but Monaco is still on our toes as well. The gap between third and first is only 5 points. Here is Rock Barber on the ball. Jose Luis is going to bring it back to Rock Barber. Silva, what can he do with this one? Blasquez, edge of the area. Silva, can he get a shot away? It's Blasquez in the end. 3-1 here. Another goal for that man in the middle. I bet his numbers aren't doing too bad. That is 17 goals and assists. Idrissa Silva, how's he doing? He's on 12 goals and assists, or 13 now, off the back of that. He got a hat-trick of assists when Napa got his previous hat-trick, or it might have been the one before. He's already had 4 this season anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We said we'd start him in the cup games, and we have, with Diakite alongside him. Diakite's bagged a few assists just from Napa alone. He's just good at everything. He's ridiculous, and he's looking to get some more goals here in this game, I reckon. Blasquez finds Agbenifo with a lovely ball down this left-hand side. Can he square it? Find the head of Napa. He does, but Napa just heads it over in the end. Unlucky to not get a 4th goal of this game. We had a bit of a blip after that AEK Larnakas goal, but ultimately we bounced back. Let's take a look at some of these other ties, or maybe not, because there's a chance for another goal potentially here. Here's Garcia. He's going to look to play it down the line. Agbenifo, what can we do with this one? Garcia, Agbenifo, lovely bit of play. He's going to play it down the line. Garcia, the return ball, squares it. Napa, it's Luis back post. We're just saying that, predicting that Napa's going to score, or maybe we'll get it in. Blasquez again, a second of the game. Forget Napa, we've got Blasquez in the middle. He's made it 4-1 away from home, and we look set to cruise through this tie against AEK Larnakas, against the team from Cyprus. We've been very, very impressive, and ultimately we're going to come away with the win. Standard are beating. That is a big game. Standard versus Atletico. Big team goes out there. Man United drawing their game against, I can't remember who it was it Genk or Cluj or something like that? Who really knows? There's a chance here for Larnakas attacking down this right hand side. What they're going to do with it? They're going to go to the edge of the area. Agbenifo, good challenge there, gets it out once again to the edge of this area. More defending required. It is our number 18. What's gone on there? Trigueros has managed to keep it out off the back of a bit of Garcia defending. He adds to his goals and assists tally. He's on to 13 goals and 14 assists. That is crazy, and he's making the money we paid for him. Very justified now. We still have a bit of money to spend, but I don't know why I say that. There is no transfer window. Maybe next summer if we don't win the Conference League. But with this form that we're in, I don't see why we can't. Blasquez, Garcia, can he play it down the line? Agbenifo, he's on the ball. He's going to look to try and square it. Blasquez for his hat trick. I know what he's trying to do there. He's trying to force a shot so he can get that all-important third goal. I'm sure he'd be buzzing to do that. It's in the possession of him once again, but he picks out a lovely pass. Garcia, he pulls the edge of the area. Blasquez is going to line up this shot, or it'll fall back to Garcia. Blasquez, and it's a save. He's been absolutely immense today, and I think he deserves an hat trick. He's unlucky to not go and complete it there. The sharpness of some of these boys have gone drastically down. We've had quite a few gaps, which is probably why I'm going to bring Liddell on there. We're going to also bring Mace on. There's another goal. Who's it come for? It is for, is it Blasquez's second of the game? That would be, yeah, it would be Napa. Napa's going to got his second goal of the game. I'm going to bring Luis off. He's had a bit of a quiet game by his standards. We're going to bring Campoy on. We'll go and bring Idrissa Silva off there. Do I bring Garcia off? Do you know what? I'm going to do it. Going to bring Minge into the mix here. Get some new wings onto the pitch. 5-1 the scoreline here. 11 shots on target. It's not going to be a 30-shot game, but it looks like we've been more clinical and kind of patient in getting those chances and getting real clear-cut chances. I think that's quite beneficial. What's going on in these games? Olympiacos winning there. Panathinaikos are beating Molde 3-0. Any other games of interest? Man United, I guess, are drawing against Bromby there. But if Atletico Madrid can go out here, that would be a big result in terms of the state of this competition. We'll have our draw, or maybe not by the end of the episode, should we get through, who knows. But half the work's done here. A 5-1 win in Cyprus. And the team for this game against Larnakas, we got a win in the gap against Valenciennes. We had goals for Luis, Garcia, Napa, and these guys are still on 28 goals and assists, still battling it out every game. And Napa hopefully will cross 50 goals for the season today. Trigueros in goal, backline of Agbenifo, Juanma, Zajac, Barber. We've got Jaworski, Blasquez, Silva, Nuhard, still not returning from injury. Garcia on the left, Luis on the right, and Napa up top. As the two teams walk out here for this second leg, you'd surely think our place in the next round is booked. There is Julio Napa looking to get 2 goals for this game, take him up to it'd be 16 in the Conference League if he got 2, and 50 goals for the season. I think he only got as well in the actual qualifiers like 2 goals, so that would be kind of crazy if he went and got 14 goals in these games that he's played. He's absolutely ridiculous. Enough of that talk, I guess, about him until he scores a goal inevitably in a couple of minutes time. We have been very, very impressive. Another win, another 2 wins in this episode, and hopefully a win in this game here would take us up to 13 in a row, which is just absolutely crazy numbers. How long that win streak is going to go on for, I don't really know. We have a cup game coming up soon, which is ideal. Hopefully win that one. And Luis and Garcia keep bagging in the goals and assists, getting up to 30 potentially by the end of this episode if we have a good high scoring game. And everyone else is just playing solid. Zajac happy to stay, Rock Barber happy to stay, Jaworski happy to stay. It's just been real good stuff from these boys to pull it back and just be happy with the position that they're in. Let's go and have a look what's going on here. The stadium's gone quite quiet. I guess we already know what the result is. I encourage these boys to try and go and get a goal. They are fuming with that, which is kind of understandable, but kind of like just appreciate it. Who knows? Here is Blasquez on the ball. He's going to look to play it down the line. Garcia in behind has the shot, and it's into the hands of the AEK goalkeeper. Good bit of early play though, just getting the ball in some good positions. And this is the mentality we've got to have. The knockout mentality is probably not to be imposed today, but It's all about getting those chances, crashing them out for ourselves is a real important thing. There's a few things to keep an eye on here. Can Mulder complete the comeback? Man United need to get a win in their game because they didn't in the first one. Atletico Madrid also will need a win as they lost out, and hopefully if one of those cannot win their games, I mean they would, if one of them doesn't win their games, Atletico Madrid could win on goals but miss out on penalties. If it was to go there, which it would after extra time, if one of those could miss out on winning a game, that would be ideal for us, as a big team does go crashing out. Agbenifo in behind, Jose Luis finds Garcia, these two linking up to bag some more goals and assists. I bet there's a big rivalry in the dressing room, but when it comes down to it, supplying for the team, that's exactly what they've tried to do there. Garcia playing in Luis, but he's not able to convert in the end. It looks like we're going to go to half time without a goal, which is very kind of anti against what we've been doing. We had another big 5-1 win, a 3-0 win. The amount of goals we've been scoring has just been absolutely crazy. Agbenifo, Luis, can he get another goal from range? He's not able to. It's a bit of a poor effort, and we will go into half time with the scores or tied. We've got a lot of work to do, let's just put it that way. If we want to get a big win, that is, we don't have to, but we don't want to draw as well. That would be pretty boring. There's only been one goal at half time in all of the games, which is kind of crazy. You don't often see something like that. There's 3 changes here for AEK. Larnakas trying to hope if they can get back into this game, they would need at least 4 to get to extra time, but maybe it'll be 5 because Julio Napa scores again. 49 for the season, and that is another lovely finish, that trademark finish. He just gets that ball played in behind. That is a real interesting thing. He gets those balls played straight down the kind of centre line, and he's always on the end of them. You wouldn't typically go there, you kind of pick a wing to go, but he's always getting these balls down the centre line and just slotting away his finishes. Really good, quite impressive stuff from a very elite striker in Napa. Blázquez Silva, lovely way of playing this midfield, looking to work it out to his left hand side. It's forced to Garcia here. Who got the assist? It was Silva. Garcia can look to get an assist though here, or maybe a goal himself. He's going all the way, and he does get a goal. He's overtaken Jose Luis on goals and assists. It's a lovely finish from Garcia. He's only 19 years of age, or he might be 20 by now. He's 21 actually. I thought he was 19. He must have been 19 when we signed him. He's just turned 21, as you can see there, and he's already getting these massive amount of goals and assists. Great numbers, up to 9 goals and assists. He's already on 20 goals and assists in Ligue 1. Hopefully that does go on to continue, because he is potentially the highest potential player we have in this team. Luis with a shot. He's trying to get it back on even terms now, but he's been skied a few of these shots. He could have gone ahead easily, but his placement has got to be a little bit better with these shots. I think he was the one last episode. He was taking these flyer shots from absolutely nowhere to try and get a goal or something, or was it a complete hat-trick? I don't really know. I can't quite remember, but he was definitely, or someone was definitely doing the shots like that to try and get a hat-trick or something. Who really knows? Here is on the ball, Rock'n'Barber. He's going to look to go into the midfield. He finds Blázquez over the top. Lovely ball. Garcia, can he square it? First time he does for Julio Napa. What a save that is from the AEK goalkeeper. That's the only way you can keep him out, with those incredible saves, because for a fact against many goalkeepers that goal was definitely going in. Idrissa Silva plays in Napa in behind, and he's got to be doing a bit better. He scored 49 goals. He stayed onside for 49, but when he tried to get his 50th, he's choked his lines, he's fluffed his lines, and ultimately bowled it a little bit there. But what can you do? I guess 7-1 we'll have to stay out for now until we can get back to 8-1, and hopefully that comes in the form of a Julio Napa goal. 65 minutes gone here in this game. Let's go and take a look at some of the other results. Is there any of note? No, there's been hardly any goals, but as it stands, Atletico Madrid will crash out of the Conference League, and what that means for us is, if we play standard, we've already beat them, we can have the confidence that we could potentially go and do it. There's been no goals in 5 games, and we've had the game with the most goals. There's only been 4 goals across all 8 games after 80 minutes of football, but we're just looking ideally at one of these two. I'd rather Man United win, and then Atletico Madrid just don't. I don't know if Atletico Madrid pulled back a goal at the end, but I don't think they did, so they are currently 3-2 down, and the pressure's clearly getting to them at the Wanda Metropolitano. Here is Blázquez, Agbenifo, Juanma. I don't think it's called that. It was Wanda Metropolitano before. I always call it that for some reason, but it's just a cool name. It is the Metropolitano. Garcia with the shot. That is a good save from the AK goalkeeper. We should look to go and make a few changes. Now I'm going to bring Diakite on. I'm going to bring him up top. Napper's had a good game, but we might as well just bring him off here for the rest of it. No need to risk him like that. We'll bring Mace on, John on that left hand side, give Luis the chance to try and get back into this. As a goal though, who is it for? If it's for Napper, it is for Napper, and we might have to go and we're going to put Diakite in at right winger, put Napper back in at striker as he gets his 50th goal of the season in March, which is just crazy. I'm going to bring in the midfield, we'll bring Vasquez off and bring Campoy on in there, and then I'll bring Olafsson as well for Rock Barber to go and see out the rest of this game. A big 3-0 win at home, great display, 8-1 winner aggregate. It doesn't get much better than that. We've conceded quite a few shots on target, but I guess games are not won on shots on target, they are won on goals, and that is exactly what we have found. We have found 8 of them across these 2 legs, and in the next episode we will be playing against another opposition in the quarterfinals of the Conference League. There's a square ball here, could be a penalty, but it does fall out to another AK goalkeeper. The shot from range goes over the bar, no troubling Triguero in the end there. He's not really been troubled apart from that 1 goal in the first game. He's not seen much. He's not seen much, to be honest. But the full-time whistle goes, and there's been no goal for Atletico Madrid, no goal for Man United. Let's go and take a look what happened in the end. So it turns out in the end we got absolutely sent. Those games that were going on that said 0-0 did not go on. We played early in the day and they played at 8, which is just strange, to be honest. I don't know why it was 0-0, but it did. Atletico Madrid won 5-2 in the end, knocking out Standard, and there was a game 6-6 here, which you don't tend to see often, and Man United won 3-2 as well. So there's some interesting remaining teams that we could play, but you do feel that a big game against one of those 2 teams is coming up in the next episode, which you will find out in the next episode, not today, which adds to the suspense, I suppose. But if you did enjoy that episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all with this little tune. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.